Chapter 3. Coal and Petroleum. Introduction. Nature has been the provider for living things since their evolution. For our fundamental needs, we employ a variety of materials. Certain of them are in nature, as well as some have been produced through human labor. Given that all of these derived from nature, they go by the name natural resources. Natural resources. Resources provided by nature are called natural resources. Air, water, sunlight, forests, coal, petroleum, natural gas and minerals are all. Agriculture and forestry revolves around the sensible use of natural resources. Natural resources are classified as renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources. Resources that are present in unlimited quantity in nature or those that will replace themselves over time. These resources are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. As they are unlimited, they are also called inexhaustible resources. Some examples of renewable resources are air, sunlight, water, etc. Non-renewable resources. Resources that are finite and cannot be replenished are considered non-renewable. The activities of humans might wear them out. They are also known as exhaustible resources as they are finite. Natural gas, coal, and oil are finite resources. Since they are made of the decomposing remains of extinct species or fossils, they are referred to as fossil fuels. Research indicates that the existing stocks of these fuels are rapidly running out. Let us learn more about fossil fuels. Coal. Coal is a fuel that resembles black stone and is used to cook food. Thermal power plants use coal to generate electricity. Up until recently, a steam engine was operated by it. It is employed in numerous industries. From it, numerous beneficial goods are obtained. When burning coal in air, carbon dioxide is released. Formation of coal. The Earth's lowlying, marshy wetland regions were home to lush forests and plenty of plant life during the Carboniferous period, which began approximately 300 million years ago. Following their demise, plants and other living creatures sunk to the swamp bottoms, where they were compacted and eventually broke down to create peat. Peat was compressed at high temperatures and pressures, resulting in the formation of coal. The term carbonization refers to this gradual process of turning decomposing plants into coal. The whole process can be summarized as dead life forms, bacterial and chemical action, peat, heat, pressure, lignite coal. As coal undergoes through more heat and pressure, it becomes richer in carbon content. Lignite coal, heat, pressure. Bituminous coal, heat, pressure. Anthracite coal. Carbon is the main component of coal. It also contains trace levels of oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, and some sulfur. Coal is divided into 4 categories based on the amount of carbon it contains: lignite, bituminous, anthracite, and peat. Anthracite is said to be the best type of coal for producing heat since it contains the highest proportion of carbon, between 92% and 98%. Bituminous coal is mostly utilized to generate electricity and comprises between 60% and 80% carbon. The least carbon is found in lignite, around 35%. The first stage of coal, known as peat, has just 10%, 15% carbon. When it burns, a lot of smoke is released. Coal is referred to be a fossil fuel since it is generated from plant remains. Energy from coal, the main constituent of coal is carbon. There are varieties of coal depending upon the percentage of carbon in them. Coal burns in air to give energy. C plus O2 give us CO2 plus heat. Coal is not only burned to produce energy, it is also used to obtain more useful products. Destructive distillation of coal. Coal is heated strongly in a closed container in the absence of air. This process is called destructive distillation of coal and gives some useful substances. 1. Coal gas. It is the gas released during destructive distillation of coal. It is a mixture of methane, hydrogen and carbon monoxide. It is an excellent fuel and is used in the industries which are located near the coal processing plants. Coal gas was used to light streets initially. It was used to light street lamps in London in 1810. These days, it is mainly used as a source of heat. 2. Coal tar. Coal tar is a thick, black liquid obtained by destructive distillation of coal. It contains about 200 different compounds. These compounds are separated chemically and are used to make some important substances like drugs, paints, dyes, plastics, roofing materials and naphthalene balls. Naphthalene balls are used to protect clothes from moths and insects. Earlier, coal tar was also used to cover the roads. These days, metalling of roads is done by bitumen which is obtained from petroleum. 3. Coke. Coke is a very important substance obtained from coal. It is the residue left behind in the destructive distillation of coal when all volatile components are removed. Coke is the most pure form of carbon with about 98% carbon content. It is mainly used in extraction of metals from their ores. It also makes an excellent fuel because it gives off more heat than coal and does not produce smoke. It is also used to make steel. Uses of coal. Coal is used as a domestic fuel. It is used as a fuel for generating electricity in the thermal power plants. It is the main source of energy in India. Coal was used to run the steam engine in the past. Coal is used to obtain coke and coal gas, which are excellent fuels. Petroleum. One natural resource that was created by species that once lived in the water is petroleum. It smells really bad and is a dark, greasy liquid mixture. Formation of petroleum. Compressed organic matter is the source of both natural gas and petroleum. Petroleum was created from organic stuff due to high temperatures and pressures. Petroleum is also known as fossil fuel because it is derived from the dead remains of living things. Because natural gas and petroleum are lighter than water, their deposits are found above the waterline. In Pennsylvania, USA, the world's first oil well was drilled in 1859. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Russia, Norway, and Iran are the world's leading producers of petroleum. In India, Oil can be found in the river basins of the Godavari and Krishna, as well as in the states of Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, and Mumbai. High extraction of petroleum, drilling through pipelines is used to extract petroleum from reserves located in river basins and sea floors. Oil wells are locations that contain petroleum reservoirs. Refining of petroleum. Petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, and other components are all mixed together to form petroleum. Refining is the process of using fractional distillation to separate its numerous parts in a petroleum refinery. It is refined. Fractional distillation divides the crude oil mixture into its constituent parts at the refinery. In a fractionating tower, it is carried out. This method involves heating crude oil in a furnace to roughly 400 degrees Celsius, after which the vapor is injected into the tower. Some important constituents of petroleum are as follows. 1. Petroleum gas. It is the lightest component of petroleum. It is compressed into liquid form and is then called liquefied petroleum gas, LPG. It is mainly used as domestic fuel in most places in India. LPG is an excellent fuel as it produces lot of heat and does not produce any smoke. It does not leave any residue and is stored in cylinders which can be transported from one. 2. Petrol. Petrol is mainly used as fuel in automobiles. It is also used for dry cleaning of delicate fabrics and clothes. 3. Kerosene. Kerosene is a heavier liquid than petrol. It is used as domestic fuel in areas where LPG is not available. Also, it is a cheaper fuel than LPG. It is used in lanterns too. A special type of kerosene is used as fuel in jet aeroplanes. 4. Diesel. Diesel is the fuel for heavy automobiles such as trucks and railway engines. It is also used in generators to produce small amounts of electricity. 5. Lubrication oil. It is a thick, heavy liquid used to provide lubrication in machines. 6. Paraffin wax. Paraffin wax is used to make candles. It is also used to make Vaseline and creams. 7. Bitumen. It is a residue of refining of petroleum. It is used for making top surfaces of roads. It is also used to line the roofs and outer walls of buildings to make them waterproof. Natural gas. Natural gas is obtained along with petroleum from the oil wells. It is an excellent fuel. It is stored and transported under high pressure as compressed natural gas, CNG. The main constituent of natural gas is methane. Natural gas is supplied through networks of pipelines. These pipelines deliver CNG directly to residential areas for domestic use. These pipelines are operational in metro cities. CNG is also used as fuel in automobiles. Natural gas is a good fuel because of the following reasons. It does not leave any residue. It gives lot of heat on combustion. It does not produce smoke on burning. Petroleum and natural gas are also used to make many chemical substances. These are called petrochemicals. These include detergents, chemicals, plastics and fibers, like nylon, polyester and acrylic. Natural gas is decomposed to produce hydrogen gas, which is used as a fuel and for making fertilizers. Disadvantages of fossil fuels. Both coal and petroleum contain carbon compounds which burn to produce heat and light. The main product of Combustion of these fuels is carbon dioxide. Excessive use of fossil fuels has led to an increase in the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Since carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, it causes the phenomenon of global warming. As a result, the average temperature of the Earth is increasing, which has disastrous effect on the ecological balance. Hence, it is very important to reduce the use of fossil fuels. Combustion of coal also releases oxides of nitrogen and sulfur into the air. These combine with water vapor to form acids. These acids fall down with rain. Such rain is called acid rain and it is harmful for soil, vegetation and buildings. Partial combustion of coal and petroleum fuels produces carbon monoxide, which is a poisonous gas. This is the reason one should not stay in a closed room where coal is burning. Conservation of natural resources. Non-renewable natural resources are limited. Once used up, they will not form again in the near future. Therefore, conservation of these resources is very necessary. Conservation means saving and using a resource very carefully, without wastage. Moreover, less use of fossil fuels will cause less pollution and lesser ecological disturbance. As individuals, we can take some simple steps to minimize the use of these resources. To save on fuels, we can do carpooling, use public transports, drive at constant and moderate speed, get the vehicle serviced regularly so that the engine is in good state, switch off the engine at traffic lights, use air conditioner in our vehicles only when necessary, ensure that tires have optimum pressure. In a nutshell, resources available in nature are called natural resources. Non-exhaustive resources are those which do not get used up completely. Exhaustive resources are those which get used up completely. Coal and petroleum are called fossil fuels. Coal was formed by carbonization of forests that got buried in the Earth's crust millions of years ago. Petroleum was formed by decomposition of marine plants and animals who got buried under layers of sand over millions of years. Destructive distillation of coal produces coke, coal tar and coal gas. Coal gas and coke are used as fuels and coke is used in extraction of metals from their ores. Fractional distillation of crude oil gives many substances like petroleum, gas, petrol, kerosene, diesel, lubricating oil, bitumen, etc. Excessive burning of fossil fuels increases carbon dioxide in the air leading to global warming. Burning of fossil fuels also causes acid rain. We should conserve fossil fuels in order to make them last long and to reduce pollution.